Hello beauties, Rachel Rose here, and today I am going to show you how to make a plantain infusion. Now in an earlier video I showed you what plantain looks like. It grows usually in backyards. I'm in New York, but I'm pretty sure that plantain grows all through the United States and probably in other parts of the world. This is broadleaf plantain seeds. The flowering tops, I mean, that would eventually turn into seeds. And I've got it pretty well ground up, and it's dried. You have to have it completely dry to make an infusion. But I'm just going to further cut it up smaller. It breaks apart pretty easily because it's so dry. If it feels like it's not dry, then you need to dry it more. You don't want to have any water in the plant at all when you make an infusion because it will be a wonderful home for bacteria and fungus, and you don't want those in a medicinal infusion. Now, once this oil is done infusing, it will be great to put in your ears if you have an ear drop, or if you have like an earache. Plantain's very good for that. You can also put it on bug bites to help take the itch away and take the swelling away. You can put it on blemishes, cuts, wounds, just to aid with healing. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now I'm going to use olive oil. Olive oil is, it's pretty stable. At room temperature it can last quite a while. It's very medicinal. It has lots of great properties for the skin. And this is what I use. It's one of the few olive oil brands on the market right now that's actually reputable. Ever since that big olive oil scandal in Italy. Now you just want to pour enough olive oil in to completely cover the herbs. And unfortunately I just ran out of olive oil, so I'm going to have to get some more. If you don't completely cover the herbs, then they're going to mold, because this is going to sit in here for 2 weeks. Now I'm just going to stick this in the fridge because my herbs aren't completely covered. I'm going to go to the store and get olive oil, and then we will resume this. And one other thing, you can use any kind of like reused jar. Now this is a reused pickle jar. One thing about pickle jars though that you want to make sure and do is you want to, well, just washing them alone doesn't really get the pickle smell out, and you don't want that pickle smell in your infusion. At least I don't imagine you would. So you want to put a little bit baking soda in the bottom of the jar. Baking soda deodorizes and takes away smells. And then add some water to it, and it really doesn't matter how much. I would just put like in half an inch of baking soda. Fill the jar up with water, let it sit for a few hours, and do the same with the lid. You put baking soda on it, put water in it, and then just let it soak. And then wash it out after that, and it shouldn't smell like pickles anymore. Okay, so I went to the store and I got more olive oil, and I completely covered my herbs. As you can see, they're covered. Now I'm just going to get my lid, cover it, and I'm going to always give it a good shake before you put it away in a cupboard. Now I just learned at school that the best thing to do is put it in the sun, you know, for the day. I mean, just as long as it's sunny out, maybe just, you know, 5-6 hours. And then after that, we are going to put it in a dark cupboard for about 2 weeks. So here's my super sunny spot where I'm just going to let the herbs and the oil do their thing in the sun. And then I'm going to put it in a dark cupboard and let it sit for 2 weeks. But twice a day I'm going to take it out and I'm going to give it a little swirl, a little shake, and put it back in the dark cupboard. And you want to make sure it's a cool dark cupboard, nothing too warm. So if you want to try this and then post below the results, I would appreciate it. Now, one last thing is after 2 weeks, you take it out, you strain it, and then you can store the oil in a dark place, preferably a dark glass jar. And then, like I said earlier, you can use that for earaches. Just drop a couple drops in your ear. Make sure you never ever put something in your ear if your eardrum is ruptured. And you can put it on blemishes, bug bites, or just plain old dry skin. Thanks everyone. Cheers.